I personally have lived many moments when I thought I couldn't stand it. First, because I am dramatic. I'm naturally dramatic. I have, as Adelia Prado says, a huge ability to dramatize the slightest events. It's a feature of mine that I learned to deal with everyday life. I have that tendency to think there is no solution. But no. So, tame this way of being. I learned that I need to welcome what life is offering me. And I was very surprised in situations that I thought they were working against me. And suddenly, I found out that from them, I would have the opportunity to have access to my heart in a very new way. I personally think it is very positive for us to live with people, for example, who help us have new access to our hearts. When we are very addicted to the way others see us, we risk seeing an addicted way, because the other always sees us the same way. And this sometimes paralyzes our ability to see us in a way different. You may be addicted to the way you see yourself because others around you always see you the same way, and sometimes a change you suddenly discover a new person who has thrown a new look at you, who asked you a question fundamental that made you think of what you had not thought about you. It is so interesting when we dug in the land of the heart and found that there are news that were seen, therefore another person who was out, How precious these people are in our lives, because they see what we had not yet seen. As Jesus did in the lives of many people, he saw what those people had not yet seen, found within them a wealth they did not yet know how to offer themselves. And because they still didn't know to offer themselves, they were deprived of being able to offer it to others. So don't be afraid of your difficulties. Don't be afraid of your losses. Don't be afraid of your conflicts. All that at first may seem contrary to you. It can be a happy opportunity. Good access to what you are not yet know about you. A force that is still hidden, and that will surface as you allow conflicting reality itself to help you. Motivate you. To seek what, but sometimes we find that we have with the very movement of life, I say again, through a loss, a change, which at first seems to scare us. But then it is absolutely fruitful, because it has opened our mind, our chart, our way of feeling and thinking, the being we are, and the being we can still be. Allow today's difficulty, the suffering of now, the tear of this moment, lead you to your deepest truth, where your values are, where your qualities are, and that you may be forgotten them. Where they are the qualities of suddenly, by your way of living. For your way of living, for your way of building your life, your routine, you ended up forgetting. Nothing can impoverish us more than we have riches, and not having these riches available. Nothing can impoverish us more than being owners of great riches we are unaware of. Inside the heart, there are so many riches, there are so many precious stones, but you need to seek them. It is not enough to have them, you need to use them. Is it not enough to have riches? You need to know how to instrumentalize all this? Sometimes, my people, we just need to wake up. And sometimes this waking up is closely linked to a change, a discomfort we need to face. I like to say that birth does not happen only once in my life. I came to the world because I was expelled by my mother's womb, who, moved by a biological wisdom, put me out. He arrives. It's been time to be here, and I'm glad I was expelled. And then I had to face many other expulsions of the womb of life. When I thought I had already found my place, the contractions arrived. The events expelled me, and I had to look for a new way of being fatto. And how does it enrich us? When you realize that life is casting out of you from that reality, that situation, before you regret, think about the possibility that these contractions, this expulsion, will give you a new way of being you. And this is absolutely wonderful, to have the opportunity to be you. In one way new, this is how to be born, this is how to be born. This is how to be reborn. You need to have the first awareness that your first responsibility is not because you can only take care of the other after being careful of yourself. One relationship that merely starts in the other cannot. This is sick. But that's a selfishness, is the right step of the relationship. I can only take a step toward the other after I've conquered my territories. True charity only exists when I am free to love. When Thank you for joining us on this spiritual journey at Path of Faith. Your participation is key to our community's growth, so please leave your comments, give us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more uplifting content.